Before we listen to inspirational quotes from William Gerald Golding, here's a little background on William Gerald Golding. Sir William Gerald Golding was a famous British poet, novelist and playwright. Knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 1988, his controversial life was full of recognition and war glories. He has a long list of awards including James Trait Black Memorial Prize, the Nobel Prize, Booker Prize for Lord of the Flies and the Booker Prize for Rites of Passage. Golding is best known for his trilogy, To the Ends of the Earth, especially Close Quarters and Fire Down Below. Golding ranked third on the Times list of 50 greatest British writers since 1945. Some of his notable works include The Inheritors, The Paper Men, The Pyramid, and The Blitz. The veteran author started his professional career in theater and settlement houses at first, but eventually settled for a teaching position at Bishop Wordsworth's School in Salisbury. He temporarily abandoned his profession to fight in World War II. He joined the Royal Navy in 1940 to fight on board. He saw action during the sinking of Bismarck, the German battleship, and the assault of Normandy on D-Day. In his autobiography, Golding portrayed the monstrous part of his character by confessing that he tried to molest one of his friends, Dora, at school. This stirred up controversies in the literary world. He is known for his views and thoughts on several issues including women, and these quotes are quite famous. We have collected some of Sir William Gerald Golding's quotes from his famous books and writings. One can easily come across his popular quotes on social media and internet these days. Presenting a collection of Sir William Gerald Golding quotes about women, books, writing, men, language, feminism, ideas, love and much more. Stay tuned in the video. Maybe there is a beast, maybe it's only us. Ralph wept for the end of innocence, the darkness of man's heart, and the fall through the air of the true, wise friend called Piggy. My yesterdays walk with me. They keep step, they are gray faces that peer over my shoulder. The thing is, fear can't hurt you any more than a dream. The greatest ideas are the simplest. We did everything adults would do. What went wrong? I think women are foolish to pretend they are equal to men. They are far superior and always have been. We've got to have rules and obey them. After all, we're not savages. We're English, and the English are best at everything. The world, that understandable and lawful world, was slipping away. They looked at each other, baffled, in love and hate. The mask was a thing on its own, behind which Jack hid, liberated from shame and self-consciousness. They walked along, two continents of experience and feeling unable to communicate. I am by nature an optimist and by intellectual conviction a pessimist. He lost himself in a maze of thoughts that were rendered vague by his lack of words to express them. Frowning, he tried again. The conch exploded into 1,000 white fragments and ceased to exist. Simon became inarticulate in his effort to express mankind's essential illness. Language fits over experience like a straitjacket. I believe man suffers from an appalling ignorance of his own nature. I produce my own view in the belief that it may be something like the truth. The beast was harmless and horrible, and the news must reach the others as soon as possible. The skull regarded Ralph like one who knows all the answers but won't tell. At the moment of vision, the eyes see nothing. The trouble was, if you were a chief you had to think, you had to be wise. This is our island. It's a good island. Until the grown-ups come to fetch us we'll have fun. He wanted to explain how people were never quite what you thought they were. We have a disharmony in our natures. We cannot live together without injuring each other. Art is partly communication, but only partly. The rest is discovery. They agreed passionately out of the depths of their tormented lives. No human endeavor can ever be wholly good. It must always have a cost. The half-shut eyes were dim with the infinite cynicism of adult life. He knelt among the shadows and felt his isolation bitterly. They were savages, it was true, but they were human. Percival was mouse-colored and had not been very attractive even to his mother. People don't help much. He wanted to explain how people were never quite what you thought they were. This was a savage whose image refused to blend with that ancient picture of a boy in shorts and a shirt. If only one had time to think. The boy with fair hair lowered himself down the last few feet of rock and began to pick his way toward the lagoon. The crucifixion should never be depicted. It is a horror to be veiled. The way towards simplicity is through outrage. I cannot convince myself that my mental capacities are important enough to justify either the good or the harm they started. I do think that art that doesn't communicate is useless. His manual of heaven and hell lay open before me, and I could perceive my nothingness in this scheme. And those are some life quotes, inspirational quotes, and motivational quotes from William Gerald Golding. So, take the good. Throw away the bad ones. Like if you like this video. Dislike if you don't like it. See you again in the next video.